need to get that French in there, bro. I'm mad. Like, I legit. Last time I was in Paris. I think last time, legit, somebody asked me something and I answered in French, and I don't know how I did it because I was legit. It was like I was like, did I say the right thing? They were like, yeah. I'm like, oh damn, that was tight.
You were in the zone.
I was in the zone. I was like, what? That's right. It's like that was the right thing. I was like,
what?
I don't even know
combo.
what I said.
It's combo. That's when you make a comeback. You know, sometimes you learn a new language. This comeback was so good, I started speaking Spanish.
No, for real. For real. I'm just saying, bro.
Imagine you survive a Phoenix level 3 in
and Marvel, you're like, what?
Let's talk Spanish, bro.
What?
Oh, tu fais un intro?
Yeah, let's go. This is Izu DW podcast live from UFA. I'm with Axis G, my man from Bordeaux, and we got a special guest today with us.
Oh my God.
Very special. The best.
The
best in many. Tasty Steve, bro.
What's good? How you guys
man,
doing?
bro. I really like your stuff. And you I knew you go to the gym, right?
Oh,
I can see the games, bro.
Look, I have to, man. They be thinking because I play games that I'm not in the gym, and it's really just I play with heavy controllers, so that's where that comes from. I don't even go. You don't keep that mums. I got a Kwamba Dragon that I use to work out with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's why I gotta lift. You know?
There's a lot of the thing you put in here. That's
yeah, the beads, man.
The beads,
the staple.
I heard something. Was it like every time you go to an event, you add one?
I mean, I try to, and it's more about the fact that, like,
that's a heavy lifting.
Somebody, I didn't answer this guy on Twitter. He was like, yo, Steve, I don't know how you do it, because he had like 3 or 4 on, and he was like, bro, you do this every day? And I'm like, bro, you get used to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a build-up thing, and it's not that I try to get one, but I'm a very spiritual person, and for me, this means more than it's not like just a fashion thing. I'll consider myself a practicing Buddhist. So
really?
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot about you that I need to know now.
It's deep. It goes deep, but it's kind of like a mixture of some I get from like legit from a Buddhist temple, and some were gifted to me. This one here is actually from.
This is the first one.
Show the camera.
This is from a legit Buddhist temple in the Midwest, close to Nebraska, and it was
really
given
long
to
too.
me. And
you can put it as a chain.
It's more of a necklace. And then of course we got one like this one is from the Philippines. This is from a temple in Japan. And like I said, this one is actually, you can't really see it, but it's from Turkey, and it was given to me by one of my best friends. I consider him a brother, and he knows how I carry myself. So he was like, "Yo, man, you like my brother? I want you to take me with you.
Yeah.
Like think about me. You know what I'm saying? And it's
like
kind
in
of
the Lion
same.
King, you got
like
a spirit behind you,
King, bro. It's all the time.
Remember.
You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
guy that made you speak French.
That's the that's the guy. He possessed me, and I had the French in me.
Man, the French tag, man, you got it.
And when did you have got the first?
So, oh man, if I remember correctly, this was back long before I even like started commentating. So maybe I think like 2011. I've been
you've been there for a while.
10 years ago.
Right here. It was this one.
Oh, so you keep it because there are one that are missing, right?
It's like some of them like they break.
This
some
is
of
the
them,
first Avenger.
Yeah, right, exactly, right.
Yeah,
and some of them break, but like for the most part, I try to keep them as intact as possible. But it also makes me carry myself a little more carefully. As you guys know, I go a little crazy at times.
Yeah.
So this is part of it. It definitely brings me back
to ground you a little bit.
There you go.
There's something really interesting about what you just said, to ground you a little bit. Was it why you got into Buddhism or things like that?
Yeah, actually, it was definitely, like I said, before I got like heavy. I was always a gamer, but before I started like commentating and stuff like that. I'm from like St. Louis, Missouri, man. I love where I'm from, no matter what, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
It's a rough place, you know what I'm saying? It's not the easiest place to be raised, especially not where I'm from. Still nothing but love, but it definitely changes you, and I have since moved from there, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta grow, you gotta evolve, and literally I left with this one, and when I came back I had all of these. So even if that's a sense of growth, right, like if you equate it to that, the fact that this is more discipline, the more you see that's more discipline, I feel like for myself. And yeah, so I try my best to uphold it, and I don't. And this is actually the first time I really tell people about stuff like this.
Exclusive.
But yeah, exclusive. Real talk. Real talk. No. But no, that's really what it is, and I think it's it's like a thing that, like I said, it grounds me. I feel like I'm a very peaceful person. I'm a stoic in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a chill person, so I try to do that. I love video games. You seen me get hyped, but outside of that, man, I'm just a chill individual to like to vibe out, you know?
That's the best thing, you know. Sometimes you got to express yourself, and if you find a way, a platform to express yourself, that's what you should do. That's how life is supposed to be.
No, that's facts. That's facts. You know what you're doing. I mean, we on your show right now, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely know how it works. And like even my man here, we met a while ago at the mix-up, and legit connected that way. Got some dope pictures that's still on my IG to this day.
He got some great energy.
Yeah, bro. I literally told him, I was like, bro, you good people, bro. That's why I remember. He's like, you remember me? I'm like, yeah, I remember you took some dope pictures, bro. How you doing? And he came back now, he commentated. I'm like, that's what I like to see. It's growth. You know what I'm saying? Last time I saw you, I had fewer of these, and now you come back and you a full-blown commentator, bro. You a bad motherfucker.
For real,
that's real. He thought I forgot. I was like, damn.
King, bro.
I'm Simba.
Remember Simba. And that's the funny thing, bro. You talk about energy.
Yeah.
And when I talk, you know, sometimes I analyze what it is to be a commentator, because some people with technical, they're gonna know all the
analytic.
stuff. Yeah, analytic. And some people will like they're gonna put on the show. You gotta be entertained, like Yipes. You know, you got
my brother, I love you, Yipes. You know what I'm saying?
Yipes is kind of one of the goats. That's for real.
Hey, that's my brother.
Is the goat doing something that doesn't make sense, right? Because he talks about movies.
He does everything,
special
bro.
Effects.
He does everything. He does the sound effects.
Ad-libs.
He tells you the ad-libs. Yo, shout out to my boy Lee Chung. Lee Chung will fill in too. Shout out to the boy Matrix. Like the people that commentate with Yipes, they are such strong accents that like you can't get by. Like I feel like those people power up his commentary even more, and I know what that feels like. But yeah, you're right, man. My man Yipes pulls from everything. He's like, that's why we're so close, because he's a worldly person just like I am. We have the same kind of energy, good vibes only. That's one of his mottos, and I've been living that life. You know what I'm saying? So that's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing I liked about you, because I was talking about it. We were talking about the best commentator from France, from Europe, overall, and I was saying sometimes there are people that are great alone, and there are people that are great in a duo.
Yeah.
Right? And what I like about you, you're the easiest person to make a duo with. No, for real.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's like that too. You know, he got that vibe.
No, he does.
Easy to work with.
He definitely got that vibe.
And
100%.
I like you, because when I see someone commentate and I see Tasty TV's next to the guy, that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Because you know how to play
you
both
create,
sides.
you create.
You can animate, and you can, you know, be the second guy, you know, the backup, the assist.
Situation.
You have to be. It's a context thing. Like, and I don't get to talk about commentary much like that, but like I hold a very high regard for commentary. I know I go ham. I know I get loose, but the thing is, like the things that I talk about, like I'm in the lab. You know what I'm saying? I tell anybody, they're like, bro, Steve, you playing multiverses? I'm like, yeah, I'm playing multiverse. They're like, no way. I'm like, pull up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tell me. You know? And they're like, bro, Steve, you on this KOF now? I'm like, bro, I've been playing KOF since KOF 95, bro. What are you on? You know, like it goes down the list. So it's like for me, like you want to make sure any person that I'm on that mic with, like I know what I'm talking about. You have to create that dialogue. You want to talk to that person because sometimes I get on the mic and this happens a lot. You don't know what people know. So that is a part of commentary. You're like, hey man, talk to me. What do you know? You know what I'm saying? And like, and it's not like saying, hey, show me what you know. It's like, yo, let's talk. Show me what you got. Like it ain't even nothing like that. It's literally more of a sense to like, hey man, I want you to have your space to talk your piece too. And you ain't even talking. You obviously you're talking to me, but you're talking to the stream too, and those people. And you're giving those people, that's the catch up. That's like, hey, I'm this person, I like this, I do this, now we're gonna talk. And the way that you present that is all a part of commentary, right? You can do a uniform, you can do it real cool, you can do it lackadaisical, but that's all a part of your character and commentary and how you put it out there.
See, sometimes that's the Buddhist vibe.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have that much ego. You don't have to be. You don't have to take the whole space.
No,
you let people be.
No,
and that's what's great about you.
And sometimes,
no, for real though. You know, so I'll say bad stuff too.
We all do.
But that's the truth. I have to commend you on that. You know, and to give you your flowers.
That's love.
Yeah.
Love.
Give some props.
Give some props. You deserve it. Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Like, I feel like commentary is not a one-man show. Obviously, it can be, but I feel like personally, and like people that I work with will tell you, like, I want the show to be good. I'm trying to make sure the things that we do are brought to in a proper light. I don't ever want people to see something and be like, these guys don't know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
And I've been on platforms to talk to certain. I've talked to literally like news stations. I've talked to news stations. I've been on national television in other countries. I was in Chile. Yeah, that's me. But you know,
Nespresso, what I'm saying.
Like that's when I say like it's one of those things where you really want to make sure that when I go to any format, if I go to any place, you know what I'm saying, if I go to any country, if I go to any avenue, any venue, and if I'm talking about anything, I'm always representing the fighting game community. Because I feel like somebody's always going to be like, man, I saw some dude with beads, and he was like tripping. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, bro, it was this dude, he said he was a Buddhist, but he snapped that guy's neck. That was crazy. You can't do that. You can't do that. And obviously that ain't the energy. But what I want to do is like I want people to know that whoever I'm talking with, we're a part of a community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
like a family.
Yeah, bro.
That's
like
the
think
truth,
about
man.
it. We're here together. This is a common interest that we don't even need to know each other to be like we can just talk about it. Like you don't like chicken? Oh, that's cool.
You can play online now. You
And
don't even have to meet
you
these
don't even have
these
to. You
dudes.
don't even have to meet them. No, they're geeks. They're geeks. I'm a geek. I hold
pay
it.
a whole lot of money, travel to see some, some players that can play online.
No, that's facts.
The
That's
love
facts.
that make us do that.
And the way that the community has been kind of shifting, it's been kind of expanding, is because of that online community.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a lot of people. That's why this representation means a lot even more, because there's going to be people that come out of their house for the first time, and they might be a little awkward. They might be a little weird, but you want to be able to talk to them regardless. And it doesn't mean you can just come out and go crazy, obviously. But obviously, you want to make a space for anybody to be able to talk their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And by talk that shit, I don't mean negative. I mean like, hey, man, I like video games. What game do you like, man? I'm here to play Marvel. Man, I love Marvel. Do you know about blah, 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 so-and-so? And you never even have to go to this negative space. And I feel like that's why events like these are so sick. Like, you really get to come here and just have, like, what is negative about being here? I mean, you might lose the tournament, but, you know what I'm saying? You can go play casuals. You can chill. You can eat good food. And you're in another country. You can go explore like we was just talking about. There's so many things that comes with this community. And even if you want to take it a step further, even like hanging out with you and taking pictures. I remember when I was over there, when we were at the mix-up, the homie legit came to me while I was at the truck. I don't know French like that, except for when I'm, I black out, you know what I'm saying? But like my homie, he came, Mr. Crimson, he saw me at the truck and he came out and he was like, yo, Steve, like, you need help? I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. And he legit came out and helped me. So I always got like, and that's just one instance. No matter where I go, you know what I'm saying? When I met you, when we took those pictures, you need that. You need that kind of energy, because when people go there now, that's why I say I want to come back. I'm like, bro, I met good people while I was at the mix-up. I met good people while I was at UFA. Why not go back there?
Flowers, right?
You know what I'm saying? I met good people. Yeah.
No, but I like it. You know, commentary is audio, right? And audio is stereo, right? So it's left, right. So it's stereo dance. You need both sides to make it good, right?
You do.
And, like a ping pong.
Like a ping pong.
Damn, that's bars. I hear you.
That's bars. I was thinking about that.
Talk that.
I need to say, like,
both sides. You gotta know that. Look,
I need to put that on the beat.
Yeah, you hear me? Both sides. Anyway.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about you. You play multiple games too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it something you think is needed to do a commentary? You need to play the game, and sometimes you don't just play the game. You take interest in the community too.
Yeah.
So you know the people inside. Because sometimes you can manage. Sometimes
that's true.
You can manage.
No, that's true.
You can find a way something to say, but you don't know the community.
So a lot of times, and that's what I feel like is one of the connects that should never be a disconnect. I think what you said is 100% right. Like, me talking about Dragon Ball don't mean. Can I curse on here? Can I curse? Talking about Dragon Ball don't mean shit if you don't care. Like, this is my personal opinion. I can't talk about something that I don't care about. So like, if I talk about it, I have enough expertise in it or enough like experience with it to where I can deliver it in what I feel is a presentable manner. Because I've definitely been presented times where people are like, hey Steve, you want to come talk about this game? I'm like, bro, I don't even play that game. I'm cool. I'm gonna leave that to you. But for me, I feel like, look, when it comes to like commentary and going further into it, you have to be a part of that community, because not only are you there talking in front of them, they have to accept you. That's not something I can't just push my way in and be like, hey, I'm gonna talk about Call of Duty now. And nobody, my name is Steve. You know, stop, man, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. You can't do that. You have to be a part of that community. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I remember when I've been playing Street Fighter since Street Fighter 2. I literally have tattoos. One of my first tattoos. That's how you do a fireball. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it because it's on my wrist. This is how you do a fireball, and under my beads, it's literally how you do an uppercut. And that's a part of my.
Shoryuken.
That's forever. Like
you said Fireball. Before I say I respect the fact that you come from Street Fighter 2, which character were you playing?
In what, Street Fighter?
Yeah.
I mean, if we talking about 5, I'm a Nash.
You said
I'm
Fireball.
a Alex.
Is it Sagat?
No.
So I have respect for you.
All right, there you go. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm not one of those guys. I like to get in there and scramble.
Sagat is toxic, right?
Yeah.
No, that's actually true. But no, that's real though. Like that's actually real. You have to take into account that, like, I can't go. Let's just say I didn't commentate Tekken. Like I wouldn't want to commentate with somebody like Rip. I would want to commentate with somebody like Barkman. But I'm looking at Markman and I'm looking at Rip. Those guys are like pillars of the community. You got other people that are coming up on commentary as well. You got Spag, you know what I'm saying, who's doing a great job. My boy K-Wiz, Bubsy coming back into the fray. But like we're all cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's a mutual respect. And like those are my friends as well. So that's a small sect of like what happens. That's just Tekken. But when it goes to like games like Street Fighter, like I met people when I was 16 and they're like, bro, how do you know Steve? I was like, they met me when I was 15, 16 years old in the middle of the country at a tournament. My lie told my mother I was at my friend's house. You know, like that's why I say like that's why things like this can kind of go, because if you can't separate yourself from the community and be like, I'm a pillar of the community. You have to be a part of whatever game you talk about. Do you have to play it? Personally, I ain't gonna take nothing away from nobody else. Hell yeah, you gotta play it. You can't be sitting next to me and I'm talking about the game going off and you don't know what I'm talking about. Like that's not only disrespectful to me, who's somebody who's literally in the lab 6 to 7 hours playing games. That's disrespectful to the people you talking to and the people that believed in you to be on this goddamn stream.
And sometimes you don't even react to things that are incredible.
Yeah, you don't have
to. Gonna do a hard combo like Dalsim loops in Street Fighter 5. That's gonna hard to do. And you're like, He's just doing some combos. He hit the guy.
Like some people don't know how to do. See, and the thing is, that's a part of commentary. People think that like it's just talking. Like you're just like, oh man, he hit him with the fireball. Here's this V trigger activation. He's gonna like that shit's lame. It's boring. Like and. If, in that sense, anybody can commentate. You don't want to be that guy. And I feel like you have to be better than that. You want to play. You want to be a part of the community. You want to know what you're talking about while you're sitting down on that mic, as a respect not only to yourself, but to the craft, to the community, to the game, and the people that believed in you to sit there in front and potentially get paid to talk about a game. Don't take that shit for granted.
Man, you speak like a guy from church. That's church vibe right there.
I mean,
you're preaching right now.
I just want people to know how
Do you
I
think
feel,
a stream is valid without commentary?
I can't even watch a tournament without commentary. It's over now. It's too late. It's not possible. If I don't see, and depending on the guy commentating, I take my respect for the tournament changes.
If you watch the stream, you know this game.
Yeah.
Normally,
if you're watching the stream, you already know.
You don't need commentary.
I need the hype because I'm not in the event. You know, if I was like just watching two people play,
to feel the energy.
I need the energy.
Yeah, okay.
So you like
sometimes you translate the energy.
That's what you're supposed to. Exactly.
I'm at home. I gotta feel like I was part of it.
Yeah.
I was just behind the guy watching him play. When sometimes he's into stress. Yeah. Sometimes the guy from on the mic can see that and say, he kind of the nerves. You can see the nerves, the tournament nerves. Something like that. I need some people that
they understand
the whole room. I need the whole energy of the room. I need to feel that from my couch.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm the same way.
But was you always like that? How did you reach that point of humility to go and learn everything, to have that, to be that poised?
So like, I will say, I gotta say shout outs to the St. Louis community. Like, people always ask me why I play so many games, but like, when we had hookups where in my original spot, we played like 5 to 8 different games. So like we would go to a hookup, it'll be Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, it'll be Melty Blood, it'll be Eunice, and then it'll be Tekken, and then it'll be Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And then somebody be like, yo, you trying to run the CBS too? But we'll legit do this in one hookup. So people be like, man, this dude Steve, like, how are you this good at Third Strike? I'm like, bro, I've been playing Third Strike for a long ass time. Like, I don't think you know this. Like, I had mooks where I got stuff from Japan because I really want to understand what I'm doing. And you can only get better. It's definitely on some Ryu, Way of the Warrior. Like, you always want to know what's going to make you better. So for me, when I'm out here playing these games, like, I tell everybody, I'm trying to fuck everybody up. I don't care who you are. The minute you pick up that controller, I'm literally trying to digitally murder you. I don't care if it's a baby, your grandma. I don't care. I don't know how you got there.
No mercy. You gotta do what Ram Bam did to the grandma.
Bro, in a video game, you're damn right.
Not the mommy.
Not right.
He played there. He beat the grandma with 0, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I would have said, yo, if I was there, I would have been like, yup, hold that, grandma, hold that. I bet you ain't coming back. You should have thought about that before you checked into that. Your ass out of here now. Zoop. I would have been going off.
Your grandson should have
tweeted him. I saw that and I tweeted him. I was like, bro, that's exactly what you should have did. Smoke her old ass. She know why she's here.
She gonna learn
that's
today.
not hate. That's love. If I can say that to you, I want you to know. I want you to be prove me wrong. That's me antagonizing you to say, watch this. If that old lady would have reversed that, my head would have exploded. Imagine he dropped the combo and she ran it back.
Oh man!
It take one time to lose.
My head would have popped like a fucking South Park. I would, like it would have been crazy. But that's what you want from that. And obviously, I wouldn't even be up in somebody's face talking like that. But like I said, it's one of those things where I'm like, you do that, bro. Remember, I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and I told a lot of people this. I entered Evo. Let me check my phone real quick. I know I got to do a thing.
Which
so
Evo?
I was at Evo. Maybe 2018.
You want to see the time?
Yeah, it's cool. I got one.
Okay. Cool.
So it's like 2018, maybe 2019, one of those. And actually, probably was a little bit before that. But I was doing commentary. It was one of my first ones. And it was this kid, right? Man, I don't know who this kid is. It was a kid. He's like 12 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And his parents were standing behind him, right? Like, they were like, I come to an event, and like, just imagine you go to play somebody, and their parents are there, right? I'm like, oh, damn, are we going to a dance? What's up, right? So I hit him like, I was completely, I'm like, hey, man, good luck. Let's run this.
Like that?
Yeah, bro, I was like, and the thing is, before we go anywhere, we both paid to be here. We are not friends.
Yep.
I am here to I want you out of the tournament. Because if it ain't you,
exactly. It comes like 30 to 300.
If it ain't you, then it's going to be me. And I promise you, it ain't trying to be me. Yeah. So I destroyed this kid. I was hitting him with everything. Every king multi-throw. You damn right. You damn right. What do you think? You not going to do it? You think I'm here to be your friend? Hell no.
No mercy.
No mercy.
GG, shake my hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, he was still getting hit by the multi-throw. I was like, hey, good game. And I left. That's not me being mean. It was like, one, I had something to do. Two, I paid to beat her just like you did. I'm like, you better get him in losers, kid. And I walked off. And I was like, that's all you can do.
I love it.
But that's all. Like, I promise you. Like, if that kid had fucked me up, I would have been holding it too. I'm like, damn, I got bodied by this. Because the parents would have popped off. I bet you the parents were like, get his ass, son. I'm like, hold the fuck. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the mental game, bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I feel you though, because it happened to me. You know, my first tournament, I was playing Street Fighter 4, right?
Okay.
And there was a kid in France. His name is Kusanagi. He was really good.
I know Kusanagi.
You know Kusanagi. So I didn't know the guy because I was just playing at home, right? Yeah. So I come to Paris and first match against Kusanagi. He beats me and he says like, yeah, you gotta concentrate, focus a little bit more. Maybe you're gonna, make it. I was like, this kid is talking shit.
No, bro.
And
like
I
your
ran
master,
the tournament back, and I met him in the final, winners final, the grand final, and I beat his ass. And I was like, you need to concentrate and focus a little bit.
Wow. But
revenge.
I was playing cool because I was like, maybe that's a kid, sometimes we gotta be cool. That's a community.
See?
Yeah. And I learned my lesson. Right now, I don't give a damn.
You hear me? I don't care.
We are here for that.
This could be your first and your last tournament, and I'm gonna beat your ass. I do not care.
You better leave that controller alone.
You better play like your life depended on it. Because I'm telling you right now, this is a digital life that I'm not trying to lose. Those bubbles are everything to me, and I ain't trying to lose none of them. You know.
But how did you switch from a player to a commentator? How did you make that switch?
I don't even know.
Was it natural?
I feel like it had to be natural because like I still consider myself a competitor. Like if I go to an event and I can, I'm gonna enter it, right? Like I was trying to take my boy spot in the KOF tournament, but I was like, I got a lot of work to do. Let me not do that. I am one of those people, but it was more along the lines where I was going to like Super Arcade back in SoCal, man.
Okay.
And literally, I used to go there every day, and I used to talk just like this when I used to play games with my homie at the house. We used to go off and just talk shit to each other and just keep playing games. And literally, when I went to Super Arcade, like that's my first time seeing people start to stream. And when I saw that, like one of the homies, we was doing like, yo, shout outs to the boy Eris as well. He was doing like an Electric Wind Godfist Fridays. Shout outs to the boy Commando, IE Battlegrounds. If you know, you know. And literally, like, one of my homies and my boy AJ Shetron Talent, I see you, baby. You know, St. Louis Tech, and you know what it is. And literally, they was like, man, we need a commentator because Eris was there by himself. And my man was in the stream, and he was like, and I was wearing this blue cardigan, right? And
which platform? Twitch?
This was on Twitch. It was probably a level, it was IE Battleground, excuse me. And it was on Twitch. This was years and years ago. If you
like
look up
09?
Probably.
Man, wow.
If you look it up, it's there, right? So what ended up happening was, like, my homie was like, yo, that guy, who's played with me for years, he's known me since I was like 15, 16 years old. He's like, yo, that dude right there in front of the booth, get him. And he was like, and I didn't see this at first, but he was like, I can hear Eris being like, oh, this guy? So, like, say you're Eris, and I'm, like, right here. And he was like, yeah, that dude right there. And, like, I came and I got on the mic. And
just like that.
And it was literally, and we started talking. And, like, it was but both of us played the game. Like, I had known Eris because I had been coming to Super Arcade, and that's one of my homies. So, it was easy for us to talk to each other.
Thanks,
and they needed those people, right? They needed people to talk about the game. And it literally just started going from there. But that was only on Tekken. Street Fighter was a different kind of, like, mix. But, like, that's kind of what happened. Like, I showed up, and people always ask me, like, bro, how do you get into commentary? I'm like, where are your locals? And they're like, oh, well, you know, we do this and we do that. And even if it's online, you try to get in there on some commentary shit. Like, and that's what I did. Because for
step
me,
by step.
That's the first step that you have to take. You really want to commentate? Go to your. I tell people all the time, go to your locals. But there's some people that legit be like, yo, I'm trying to get to like Evo like now. I'm like, bro, it don't work like that. It does not work like that.
Like DMX said, roll the weed first.
Roll it.
You're gonna have, maybe one day you're gonna hop on a song. Roll the weed first.
This is the way.
He's like, this is the way.
But how do you learn the business? Let's go
like
deep
Mondo.
inside, because that's gonna another ball game, right? You learn the business to live from it, you know, travel, all these things. Did you have a mentor or something?
Nah, man. Like,
just by yourself.
I just like, I'm gonna tell you right now.
You was the first one, I think so.
It was like
man did it like in fighting games. He went to training stage.
It was like me and Say Jam, bro. So like,
you created this job.
Yeah, that's when I tell you, like, shout out to the boy Say Jam, one of the best doing it, one of the best that ever gonna do. That dude is ridiculous.
Overall, great.
Yeah, yo, real time. But it was like because of him. Like we don't like personally. Like I'm still pretty, new. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I still don't know. But obviously, when it comes to like working in the field, I've gathered a bunch of experience because I've worked with TBS on a fighting game. You know what I'm saying? Like where I've worked in the same studio that they do inside the NBA. We literally worked in that same studio. We work with the same makeup people. They're literally shacking them. They're literally in the other room while we were doing that. So it's like
Tasty A. Smith.
And like for me, like that's kind of where it kind of like ramped up. But when it comes to like the official side of it, it's more about like, you gotta remember, it's more like a community thing, right? Like I can't be here if the community don't support me. That's why I'm forever grateful. That's why if you see me at an event, if somebody else, Steve, let's talk, I'm always gonna talk because I can't be here unless that community lets me here. You know what I'm saying? They accept me here. I mean, I could be here and talk and play games, not on the mic all I want to, and it's still me being accepted by the community. But that's an even greater like feel for me because like they're like, yo, not only do we fuck with your energy, we fuck with it so much we want to keep putting it on camera for multiple games. So when it comes to like, I guess the intricacies of the business, it's more about where you take it, right? See, I'm a commentator in the sense that like, yo, I had a 9-to-5 job and I never took days off. And when I did, I would use those to come to a fighting game event.
So you were working all the time.
All the time. I was working all the time, but this is my pastime. So literally, I had to make a decision. Like, yo, me and Say Jam, this is why I say this. We quit our 9-to-5 jobs and we went full time. And I remember, Say Jam. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, Say Jam legit was one of the reasons that I had the will to do this. You know what I'm saying? And like, I talked to family, talked to James Chin and Ultra David. Like, it was this crazy process of me making a decision to be like, yo, you either gonna lean all the way into it or you just gonna keep doing what you're doing. And that's kind of what kicked it over. Because if I had made the decision to stay, I probably would have still been around, but nowhere near as prominent. Nowhere near as prominent, right? So when I made the decision to quit my job, that was when I was like, all right, you got to lean into it. Say Jam, we got to lean. He was like, yo, Steve. He was like, yo, Steve, I'm about to go in. I was like, well, I guess we going in. and that's kind of what happened. It builds up from there. As far as like the intricacies and working with a bunch of these different companies, it's more about the fact that like it's what you put out there, right? Yeah. Like obviously I have my ambitions. I'm trying to work with Marvel on some shit. Like I want them to put me on the red carpet so I can start talking to people because I'm a big nerd. Like I read more comics than most people. I'm a super nerd. So for me, I'm like, I want to take this to the next level. Let me interview somebody. What's up?
Did you remember the comics where there's Charlemagne the God?
Charlemagne the God?
He's in the comics. There's a special episode with Charlemagne the God in Marvel.
The Charlemagne the God of Marvel? I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I
don't know nothing about that. Wait, the guy that does the show?
Yeah, the wrestler.
Yeah, in a Marvel comic? In a Marvel comic?
I got you, bro.
A Marvel comic.
Marvel comic.
All right, I need to see
He's a big fan. He got a tattoo of Wolverine or some shit.
Dang, really? I don't even rock with that dude like that. But the fact the fact that he has a tattoo, I mean, I don't follow him like that to know about it.
That's an ugly tattoo, though.
Yeah,
no, he did it like way before me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
I would love to do something like that because like that's just what I'm into. Like I literally on my stream, I talk about like Marvel movies. Like they could do this, they could go down this line. But like I wanted to go further because that's kind of how I got involved with these companies here. Bandai Namco is a company I've worked with on multiple instances, and they always show love. They know the kind of things that I'm into. Capcom on the same instance, man. When they let me talk on these games, they put me in Street Fighter 6. Like they have to see how much I care, and like I pride myself on being like, man, I'm literally only trying to promote everything that we do to the highest peak before people understand. So I want you to know, no cutoff. This is what we're trying to do. It ain't got nothing to do with anything bad. This is all competition, great energy, good people, and a dope community. That's what the exhibit is. And when people see that, they're gonna be like, oh, this guy puts on for like the things that he stands for. Amazon has hit me up. They're like, yo, we heard you like anime. I was like, I love anime. They was like, yo, you want to show the last Evangelion movie on your stream? I'm like,
that's good, bro.
Run that shit. Like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know. So it's a lot of love that I get from these communities just based off of the fact that they see me in this light where it's like, hey, man, he's just here talking about games. I talk about the things that I like and I don't talk about the things that I don't like. It's that simple.
But I like the fact that you did the baby steps, you did the groundwork, and sometimes you got to put the energy in the world for it to come back. You know, so people know what you're about to go for.
Always
and
put it back in the world.
Don't get its language.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Just feel this energy.
More and more they do.
Yeah.
But you did the groundwork. It's not like you said the guy that just happened to just arrive and he's like hoping to get into
that was never the.
You did your baby steps. You did the time you had to do.
And as people say, it's called paying dues at the time. Like I have to tell people, man, like I commentated for literally years for no money. For years.
No, that's
where
real.
there was no pay, and I ain't even asked. I didn't ask for this. I literally was just like, I'll just show
on the
up.
strength of love.
On the strength of love. You can ask Alex Valle. I'll just show up and be like, yo, you need somebody. I mean, and it wasn't like I was just throwing it out there for the culture. Yo, let's run it. You know what I'm saying? And like I'll always be thankful to Alex Valle for that because he's one of the people that was like,
that's
yo,
an
Steve.
OG now.
No, that dude is the OG. I just saw him at like League of Legends, like the World Finals. That's one of the boys, and like he's one of the people that legit like he believed in me enough to be like, yo, Steve, you trying to get on? I'm like, yeah. He was like, go learn Street Fighter for real, and come back. And that's the only reason I got nice to Street Fighter 5 commentary.
Wow.
Yeah, real talk, because I wanted to learn. I wanted to talk during Street Fighter 4. I played Street Fighter 4, even though I hated that game. I played it because I like the characters, right? C Viper, Cody, you know what I'm saying? Like those are my characters, but that game,
Man, I used to like you.
I gotta remember, man, I'm an old man. Third Strike, CVS 2,
Come on, bro.
Those are completely different games. I ain't knocking nobody liking it because I'm gonna tell you right now. What is it? Arcade? Is it Ultra? Arcade 2021. That shit was kind of nice. Before they added Elena, shit was kind of nice. I used to watch top level Street Fighter 4 matches. The DJs, the Guiles, the Onis, the Evil Ryus, like
and people add the old characters. You can see some Adam with Gamer B. You can see all kind of characters.
So many characters. So it's like,
and you can differentiate the way they play the character. Yeah.
Right. So even though, and I, the thing is, like, don't get me wrong, I don't like Street Fighter 4 like that, but I will forever pay homage to what it did for the community. There's people that would not even play fighting games if it it wasn't for Street Fighter 4.
Yeah,
so as much as I could say I don't like it, but what it did for the community, it won't matter if I like
and
it or
not to cut you off, but you know, the best match for me in Street Fighter 4, and maybe all fighting games included, is Alex Valle versus Daigo.
Bro,
Logic.
This
Logic.
First to 5 is my favorite First to 5.
Yeah.
Classic.
There is a point is like at cheap damage, right? And he's close range. And Daigo does a EX Ado, and he does a Dragon, EX Dragon.
The fact that you
On
like
reaction,
going blow
I
for
was
blow.
like, what the fuck you doing? No, this is not possible.
Yeah, that's fire,
You
bro.
beat the
And, you know,
fire
and
by
that's
fire.
the
Yo, that's,
OG.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like when I see stuff like that elevates my brain. I'm like, bro, these are two like fighting game gods. Like I'm
real.
looking at the
Why?
mountaintop and like they're going ham, you know. So it's like, no, that says a lot.
And that's really interesting what you just said. Like you said that they are Marvel, they are fighting games god, right? And right now, for me, you kind of on the top of the commentary game, right? So
I appreciate that.
people gods, right now. And is there something like intimidating when you meet these guys? Because they were your heroes, right?
No,
before.
no.
And probably you met people in the U.S.
Yeah.
But you travel, you come to Paris, you meet some
Yeah.
other people, but not even in Paris, maybe even in Japan.
Yeah.
You meet Daigo,
Yeah.
Tokidos,
No,
and
really.
everybody you used to watch play.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like I remember.
They say you gotta
Last
go,
question.
so we're gonna go
we
with
getting
that.
ready to
Yeah.
go? Oh,
No
okay. We could just wrap it then. It's cool. It's
No,
cool.
no, go
yeah?
in. Let's
Okay,
do
okay.
that. No,
So-
that's for you.
Oh, for
I got
me?
time.
Yeah,
I got
that's
all
for
the time
you.
for you, bro. You tell me.
About 20
Yeah.
minutes. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Right? What was I about to say? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
That was about the people, the gods
Yeah.
you met, like
Man.
Daigo, Tokidos, and all.
So, I remember one of my friends, Shakabe and Shohaib. Shakabe is the one who gave me this.
Oh.
They were Third Strike players. A lot of people knew who these Third Strike players was because they were brothers and they traveled to Japan. One of the people that trained them, that they played a lot with and showed them around Japan, was Tokido. Now I've been playing with this guy Shakabe for years. I still play with Shakabe. He's one of my, like I said, he's like a brother to me. But I've actually, since I've been commentating more, I got to introduce and know these guys more. I played Tokido in a final round years and years ago in Guilty Gear Accent Core. He didn't remember that until like we had the second conversation where I was like, hey man, you went up with my friends. They used to stay in St. Louis, but they moved to Japan because they wanted to learn Third Strike. Showed him a picture. He's like, oh, I know those guys. I was like, these are like some of my best friends. He's like, oh, and it was like when you get those kind of connections, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now you're on the first. Like, oh, I see Tokido. Tokido's like, hey Steve, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Tokido, and I gotta say, like, apparently I think it was Tokido who was using. It was like in playing the Street Fighter 6 demo, he was using my voice with the Demon's voice.
No,
so it was really,
really?
yeah. It's one of those things. It's like like when I tell you, like I have a lot of respect. Daigo just the same. Like, dude, I remember Mago came to the house I used to stay at in L.A. when I was in Long Beach and hung out. We had beers. I don't even drink
Now,
beer.
that's risky because Mago is the
2D guy, bro. That dude.
he's a 2D god. They said you got to power up when it's not a tournament.
Oh yeah, no, he does.
Don't run some
Yeah.
matches.
He's-
It's not
yo,
tournament.
he does.
You got power up. It's like
Yeah.
Alioun. You got a couch power up.
Drunken
Yeah,
master.
no. When I tell you,
Drunken
but like
master.
all those things they come to, all those things they come like it. Once again, it's something that you see that these people are just people, you know what I'm saying? As much as I admire these people, I will always be a fan of their craft. I remember I met Hideo Kojima at a Comic-Con, bro. And it was the only time in my life I like kind of freaked out. I was talking to my friend on the phone. I'm like, I'm gonna show you what happened. I was walking around E3 floor, and it's the only time I freaked out. They let you know how much respect I have, right? So I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go try to find some tall. And I swear to God. And I dropped my, I was like, tall. And I saw him walking.
You crumpled.
I legit, I was like, duh, I gotta call you back. Kojima, and I went, and he was just like, hey. I was like, I'm a big fan. I've been playing all your games. I'm just word vomit. I literally couldn't stop. I was like, I'm a fucking fan. He was like, picture? I'm like, picture. And I took a picture. You know? And you equate that to some of the people you meet in the fighting game community. It's just the same, but my respect for them is more like on some gladiator, like, we're in the same field, but you're fucking strong. Like, it's some anime shit. Like, I'll see Tokido and Daigo. I see the aura. When I see Justin and them playing and the dudes and the Problem X's, the punks, and And this goes across every game. The Arslan Ashes, a full power knee. Like, I don't think people understand like how deep that goes. And it's my job. It's my job. It's my duty. It's my pleasure. It's my honor to make sure that they understand that. That's why I do what I do.
Talk your shit.
With that being said, bro, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Let me know when y'all put this up. I got to go do some commentary, bro.
I got to finish it. We're going to take a photo, right?
All right,
just a quick photo. Okay. So that was Izu DW live from the UFA, from the Izu DW podcast. I'm with my man, Jim, a.k.a. Axis. And we got the best, the OG, the GOAT of commentary. Tasty Steve, my man.
That's love. Be well. Be well.
Have a nice one, people. And, you know, we're going to meet at another event. I hope you can come to UFA tomorrow.
Yep.
Have a nice day.
Peace.
I feel like I was talking mad loud, bro.
That's great.